Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Mandala. Welcome you all to the video lecture series on the course Shell Programming. So we are learning how to write the shell script and all. So we already learned how to write the shell script, what is the editor we are using, okay, and how to run that. All these things we learned in the last class, and also we learned how a variable can be initialized in the program itself, and or how can we read the values at the time of executing your program. And we learned about the variable substitution and command substitution also. Hopefully you all are clear with those concepts, right? So in today's class we'll see about a new concept which is called as command line arguments. You might have already learned about this command line arguments in while learning the C programming language and Java programming language. The same thing here also we have. Actually command line arguments is nothing but in the command prompt, whenever you are running your program, along with the statement what you write to run your program, along with that you are going to pass the arguments to the program itself. So in the Java programming language also, while running the program, you might have passed the values there itself in the command prompt, okay. Similarly here also in the shell programming also, if you want to have an option of passing the values to the arguments at the time of executing your program, like while you are writing the execution statement, then only if you want to give the values, then you can go with this command line arguments. So just make a note of this one, what actually a command line argument is. Command line arguments is nothing but arguments which are passed from the command prompt. That those arguments are referred as command line arguments. Okay, arguments which are passed from the command prompt. Command prompt is nothing but in our case it is terminal only, okay, don't get confused, Unix terminal only. So there we are going to pass our values. So whenever you are going to pass the values from the command prompt, how can we do that? So normal approach we used to do is like this, no, I'll show you here. Whenever we want to execute, what is the thing we used to execute? We followed this approach, right? What is that we followed? We have a command prompt here and we used to write, let us consider the file name is check, we used to write check.sh. But if you want to pass the arguments along with this execution statement, along with this you want to pass, then give some space and give the values whatever you want to give. Suppose if you want to give the values like 5, 7, random values I am taking, it can be any value. Suppose if you are giving values like this, you can give the values, okay. Now how these values can be accepted, how these values can be taken in our script program, okay. So this is the statement for executing your script, okay, and these arguments are called as command line arguments. Understood all of you? I am repeating once again, this statement is called as, you are writing the statement to execute the script, that means you want to execute check.sh script. But along with that statement you are passing some arguments. These arguments are called, whichever I have highlighted, are called as command line arguments, okay. There is no like limit, like how many number of arguments we can pass. Any number of arguments can be passed, there is no limit for that one. But we here it is okay, at the command prompt we are passing the values, but in the script how can we read the values? So whenever we want to read the values in script, how to read command line arguments. So if you want to get the value, first value, okay, the first value can be read by using a variable called $0. So $1 represents your first argument. In our case it is 5 because I have passed 5. Got it? $2 represents second argument. In our case it is 7. Similarly $3 represents third argument. Okay, in our case it is 2, and $4 represents fourth argument. In our case it is 9. I hope you all are understanding. So $1, if you want to get this value $1, we can use this one to get the first value. This represents $2. This is represented by $3. This is represented by $9. Along with this, like similarly, if you write $5, $6, $7, then the next values whatever you give, that can be accessed. Okay, now this is one set. We have another set of thing also where you can use $0. What is $0? $0 is nothing but if you want to, it talks about the script name. What is our script name? Check.sh. So $0 contains script name. In our case it is check.sh. Got it? So $0 contains the script name. From $1 onwards we keep on getting the values. Now we have another one also. What is that? $hash. What is the use of this one is $hash is used to get the count of arguments, the number of arguments we have passed. Here we have passed how many arguments? 1, 2, 3, 4 arguments. So that we can get here. So number of arguments. So in our case it is 4. Why? We have passed 5, 7, 2, 9. Got it? Now suppose if you want to get all the arguments at one place, you don't want to get one by one, you want to get all the values, then in that case you can go with $@ symbol where it will display all the arguments. Displays all the arguments. That means it will display 5, 7, 2, 9. We have another option also to display all the arguments, but there is a difference between these two. This one, the second option to display all the arguments is $*, which also displays all the arguments. Okay, 5, 7, 5, 7, 2, 9 only. But here there is a lot of difference between these two. What is the difference here is, in case of $@ symbol, if you are using $@ symbol, here it will be considering all the arguments as separate arguments. Okay, all the arguments are considered as a separate arguments. That means it is going to consider first argument as $1 and give space. Okay, are you understanding? It will be displaying like this. Give space, and then second argument $2, okay, give space, and third argument $3, okay, and give space, fourth argument $4. Okay, so here you need to understand this is considering all the arguments with space separated. Okay, all arguments with a space separated. But if you are going with the second type, what is this one? This $* symbol. In this case, it will be considering this one as a single string. That means all the things are considered like this. So $1, okay, and then a space character will be taken, that is represented as C, and then $2 will be taken, and then space character $3 will be taken, and then space character, and then $4. Observe the difference, all of you. What is the difference here? Here in the $@ case, all the things are considered as a separate thing. Okay, and all the characters, or sorry, all the values are separated by a space. But here it will be considering the thing as a single string. And within the single string, each value is separated by a field. Okay, each value separated by a field, and this field in our case here it is a space. Okay, you can also, if you want, you can also replace that space bar with an hyphen also, but in our case it is space. This C is called as a space. Okay, if you want, we can change this in our settings where we can replace that one with underscore also. But I want you people to understand here, $@ will consider individual values. It will display all the arguments, but it will be considered as a separate value where each value is separated by space. Okay, but whereas $* also displays all the value, but all the values are considered as a single string. Got it? So let us run this program, run out all these options, and we'll see whether we could able to get that or not. Okay. So open the terminal, all of you. So what we'll do, let us write check.sh. I want to display echo. Okay. Let us write shebang first. Then I want to display one output statement, echo command line arguments, just for our understanding. Now I will display all the values. So what is the first value? Script name. Okay, $/0 is called script name. Okay, script name, where it is $0, isn't it or no? That is what I told you. And then we have echo first value. First value is stored in $1. Okay, echo. Okay, what I'll do like this. Second value $1, $2, and echo. I'll give 3 values. Okay. Third value second value, third value. So where it will be available? $3. I'll give 3 values. Okay. And I told you number of arguments, how many number of arguments we passed. That also we can display echo total number of values. So where it will be stored? It will be stored in $hash. Okay. Got it? And I told you if you want to display all the values, echo all values. How we can display? $@ symbol, or else you can use $* also. We understood what is the difference between these two. Okay, all values, $* symbol. Right? So let us run this program and check whether we could able to get the output or not. Save this. We'll go here. So while executing here only, we need to give the values. So let me give the values 11, 22, 33. 3 values I am giving. Okay. You can give n number of values only, but here I am printing 3 values only. No, that's why I am giving 3. Now did you see what is the first line of output we got? Command line arguments. Why? Because we gave that one as a echo statement. Next, script name, we are getting $0 place, we are getting the script name. Our script name is check, isn't it? Or that is what replaced. First value we are getting with $1, second value we are getting with $2, third value we are getting with $3. So all 3 values are displayed here. And then total values we are getting using $hash symbol. That is what we successfully able to get. 3 values we are passing. And did you see all values we are getting using these 2? That is $@ symbol and $* symbol. But understand the difference here. Here they are considered as individual values. Here they are considered as single string. Okay. I hope you all are clear with this concept of command line arguments. So command line arguments basically talks about passing the arguments at the command prompt. Okay. So these are all the different ways, options we have to get the particular value. I hope you all are clear with these things. Let us all meet in the next lecture. Until then, thank you all of you.